Hello. Welcome to another video. Another day. Yes, I did forget to record that video today for a TSA, but I will get it done. But yes, welcome to another video about the workout review. Alright, I'm gonna get distracted by this game, so let's play a different game. I tricked you. Forgot the controls of this game. Left shift. Alright. What? Okay, guess I didn't have a choice. Is it? What? Oh, it's arrow keys. Okay. But yeah, so today review for TSA. Me. Dang it. Okay, you know what? New game. Because I messed myself up. Focusing on everything else too much. But today's workout review is pretty simple. Like I said, it was hard for, it wasn't perfect because I kept being interrupted by my siblings and whatnot. So didn't go as well as I wanted to. But overall, it went pretty well. I did change some things around just to test them out, right? Forgetting with, I like to say that I think I'm gonna switch to where I normally do box jumps. Normally, what I do is I jump up, jump down, jump up, jump down. But today, because I was doing it inside, I used my ladder to get up on my bed with, and I was like, you know what? Let me see if this give me more of a burn, right? Because I'm like, I want to see, because I was walking down anyways. I didn't want to jump off because I don't trust my thing like that. But like, I want to see if like if it hurts more. It did. We're gonna talk about it more. But so what I'm gonna do now is probably gonna walk down because in case you're wondering why, it's like or run down. Probably walk backwards. I don't know. Probably gonna walk backwards for now, but I might like next month. I'm probably gonna run down. But in case you're wondering, it's pretty similar exercise to what's called. Let me mute that real quick. It's like a pretty similar exercise to you just like running around essentially, running up and down the stairs to get a quick burn. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this. Cause I was like, okay, there you go. Cause I was like, this would be a great workout routine. So let me just see if that works. And it did. So I'm gonna do it. But yeah, overall, push-ups and things were kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie, because why would I? I don't really have a purpose to that. But I'm doing pretty well at it. Like I'm getting like them down really good, along with the thing. I did burpees for a warm up before I went for a run. Pretty good. And I do say to myself, sit-ups doing great. I'm feeling the burn with that. Squats, I'm feeling the burn. Like I'm really beginning to feel the burn now for some of these exercise. I would also like to say I am pretty happy with my build. Like I was checking myself in the mirror and I was like, you know what? Let me take that one and check out my thighs and like, ooh, I like how it feels. It's less fatty like before. And then I looked at my calves. I'm like, I'm really liking this. I'm really liking this. And then my arms, they like still have that definity that they have. Like they're more defined than before, of course, and their natural state, like I guess unpumped state. Some people say, um, but they also have that like a you workout type, like yeah, I don't know how to phrase it, but like it's also how do I phrase it? To where you can understand. It's like if I was to flex, you can tell, like, oh, you work out type thing, where like, oh, yeah, how could you tell? Like, look at it. And it's also really well defined the parts I would like it to be. So really enjoying it overall. Enjoying my workout routine and everything. Um, I did the setups today, squats. I've been kicking stuff right, and I think I'm getting better at it. Especially like punching things. I feel like I'm hitting them with more force now. Um, Today instead of doing, I did pretty much all my workout inside today. I was like, okay, I need to be able to see like how can I do this inside my house if need be. And then I came up with a solution. I'm like, okay, well, if need be, next time I do it inside my house, I just run in place for like however long to make up for that. Like however long I was running in place, running last time. But so I was focusing on swinging my metal bar. I'm probably gonna post a video, like post it eventually, probably on either Instagram if it doesn't want to be annoying my phone. I'm not gonna post it on my story because oh my god, it takes me long enough to post in my stories. That's actually what I'm trying to do now. Um, and one of the reasons why for the first few videos it took so long for them to get up because I was trying to post them onto the stories and they were not working. So I was like, let me try waiting, and then I did, and it never worked. So I was like, okay, I guess waiting does not matter to this because if it did, then it will work. How do I go about this one? Let me try something like this. Doom. Let me do this backwards. So go up here. You gotta go up. There you go. But yeah, so it actually had been more work um outside of like when I pick up that big thing and swing it. Like I still did that a couple times today, but like I think it's putting more work, especially on my wrist. I'm having really good time with the balancing. Also realize that hey, there's a reason why people do the stuff like gymnastic are typically wearing skin tight stuff because it's way easier to say the least. Um, I thought it wouldn't be, but no, like I took off my shirt a couple times. And I'm like, actually, this is way easier to do um without a shirt on. As weird that might be. Uh, how do I do this? Because this is a parallel. I also need to. Okay, can't intercept. It has to be parallel. Like, give me a second. Let me finish talking about working out. So, well, it was interesting. Oh wait, I can do something like this. Dang it. I got it now. Let me talk about working out. But yeah, I might post it, but like it was really putting good work on my wrist and like my arm overall. So I'm probably gonna continue with that workout routine. Because I'm liking it to say the least. Um, and then boxing the way I was doing it the other day, it really worked. Surprisingly enough. Oh no, I can't do any of those. Oh no, I just need to have one completely straight. Oh, this is annoying because I gotta hit all these. And then I gotta go like. Oh, I mean that they had to be parallel. Okay. Well, let me see. No, okay, wait. Let me connect these two and see if I can get it to be like that. can there be no overlapping at all? Yeah, there's no overlapping at all. There you go. Oh no, that's not good enough. So I definitely need to go down. All right, let me focus on this. But it really working good things. What can I say? I really like how it feels. Um, yeah. I do want to push myself more though. Like I did that run today, the 2 mile run, and I got a really good time. But I do regret how I did it because I did give up. I gave up around the not like around the 2 mile part, and I gave up after running back to my house. And I was like, I can't do this no more. And I was, to be fair to me, I was really struggling, right? Like I was over here, like not only I'm surprised I got good at times as I did. Like I still got sub 10, but like 30 seconds now. But like I was over here like coughing, wheezing, my heart. I gotta talk about it. So today to begin the workout, overall good, like I said. But then I was doing the what exercise in particular was I doing? I don't recall. It could have been the kicking, or it could have been the jumping jacks. I don't think it was jumping jacks. Oh, it was the sword swings. Because I came out like this is more intense than normal, in my opinion, right? I'm trying to mix it into when I do it very, but for now I'm focusing on like ashing the thing down versus making it incredibly difficult, right? So I'm over here like feeling it. I'm like, oh, I can feel my heart, and like I can tell the difference. But I'm like, once I lower the intensity, it's be good. Like afterwards, and then I go to boxing. I'm not really feeling it, right? And then I'm like, okay, that's something, all right. Um, don't really know what's going on, but it should be good. I had to do some things before I go, and then I do the burpees, and then as I'm running, like I can feel I'm like, ooh, okay, I can kind of uh feel my heartbeat, and I'm like, why? Like, what is it that made it so different this time around versus the other times? Like, why can I feel it now? But like I'm going really hard, and like I am exhausted, right? Oh, like, I remember what this game is now, and I'm like exhausted. Like when I say I'm exhausted, I mean like I am. I am feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. Um. So as I'm okay, I keep hitting the screen part, but I'm like really exhausted, and as I'm being, really exhausted and all, I'm like, okay, I can feel my heartbeat, right? Or not feeling. It was like it's hard to express how it was feeling, but like I could feel it and was like hurting somewhat. It's hard for me to put into words, but I was like, that's okay. I'm gonna continue pushing on, and I did, and I continued all the way through. But I was like halfway struggling, and then not to mention the fact that I start coughing. Like in the middle of it, I started coughing in the middle of the run, and I'm like, okay, this has often happened to me like once before, back when like the first time I started running again. And I was like, but like this shouldn't normally happen. Like it didn't normally happen recently. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? I'm still pushing myself to the absolute limit, right? Or what I thought was the limit. I could definitely do better. And I think I just need to get past that mental barrier of like being like, oh, I'm too fatigued to do this or anything like that. Because once when I get past that, oh, I know I'm golden. Because like I'm even being my time now with that. Like, oh, I'm too exhausted for this mentality. Not even mentality, but like I guess point of view. And I'm like really struggling. I'm like, you know what? like after that mile, I was like close to giving up. I was like, no, I have to continue. The third time was supposed to be on was I was like, I was thinking about something. I was like, like you have to find motivation anywhere. Dogs, of course. But I was like, the first time I was like, you know what? Uh, not only because I was like close to the time, and I was like, I really want to get this time again, but also what was like a big motivating factor was like I was like, you've been you've been like, oh, I'm not good enough and whatnot, and that's like even though it's not the main thing when it comes to this one person, like I wasn't good enough for this one person, right? That's part of the reason why you're doing this. So if nothing else, are you gonna be like quit here and prove not only to yourself but that person that like you weren't driven enough to do this? Granted, that person wasn't the only reason why I'm doing this. It wasn't even the main reason. I just like working out, but like that did help. I was like, you're right. If last time was like, if not for her, if not for me, then for her. But this time, okay, this is all I get my nerves. But this time it was like, you know what? Like, if not for myself, then at least it'd be like, if ever, like, anyone be like, oh, you don't have drive or anything like that, I can be like, no, I do. And I'm good enough for not only myself, but for other people. So, push myself even further than I thought I could. And, like, also, another thing that motivated me, especially during second lap, keep in mind during second lap, I'm like over here, like, like, really have to stop at some point because I'm like coughing too much and kind of wheezing, right? I'm like, and motivation to me is Mob Psycho because I'm like, they have that down to a T. Like, they have a scene of Mob. I don't know if you ever watched Mob Psycho, but there's a scene of Mob running to work out. And I was like, you know what? If Mob can continue onwards, let me continue onwards. Also, they have that too well put together, in my opinion, and too accurate. So I was like, can't stop here. Can't stop here. Won't stop here. We'll be continuing on. Even if we hate every second of it, that's our job, to hate every second of it and to hate ourselves when we're done. But like I ran, and I'm a little bit disappointed because once again, it was mainly my own self holding back. But like I'm fairly, or maybe it's my own delusion too. But I'm like, I could have ran that extra 0.25, and I'm like fairly confident that annoying my own like, oh, I can't do this mentality, I think that I can run 3 miles at least. You know what? I'm not playing this game. I don't want to play with you anymore. But yeah, I didn't do a lot today. I was talking to my friend. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do it. And he was like, yeah, I get it. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do it 3 times a week. But like overall, I'm making really good progress. I'm really happy. Like not only like the physical results I'm getting, the mental results and everything else. Like I'm feeling really great. The first few days, you might think I was like overly ecstatic. Yeah, I was. But like now that I mellow out, I'm feeling like pretty good. Like I'm like really happy with the progress I'm making and like how hard I'm not pushing myself to a breaking point, but like I'm pushing myself pretty hard. And like I do like the fact that I'm not pushing myself to a breaking point because then if I did, I would grow in muscle and not just like muscle definity, but like size. And the main thing I want to do is grow in size, I guess. Need definity versus size. Like, I don't want to be built like a like bodybuilder to say. I'd rather just be like my dream build, if you want to know, is like a Midoriya. Yeah, like Midoriya. Spider-Man type build, where it's like, especially Midoriya, because like Midoriya, what's his name? There's 3 people you can point to where I'm like, oh, if you could pick one of the 3, who would it be? Like any one of these, Midoriya, Spider-Man, or Toji. I mean, come on, look at Toji. Can you blame me for being like, yeah, if I could become like him, I would? It's not like I couldn't. It's like, yeah, no, like if I wanted to, like if there was like a dream physique, I think the Toji physique would be a little too much for me, but I still wouldn't mind having it. Like at the end of the day, if I like start lifting up weights and I'm like got a physique and it's like, oh, uh, not like the Midoriya build, and like what build would it be? It'd probably be a thing. Like, I'm trying to phrase it properly. Calisthenics, like when it comes to muscle definity and like build overall, I think I must prefer the like Izuku. But like, yeah, I wouldn't mind having a Toji body. Is basically what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'm really liking like how my body looks right now. Maybe I could slim down a little bit more on the stomach, but I don't really care because like no one's gonna see my stomach, and that's kind of the entire reason why I like Midoriya build is because like most people won't like look at me and be like, oh, you are, well, I'm not saying like no sport, they like won't be like, oh, you are absolutely ripped, my guy, you must be working out a bunch. But like I'm also like defined enough to the point where I can be like, yeah, like flex my muscle. I'm like, yeah, I do calisthenics. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty happy with where I am physically. Of course, any improvement would be good. I'm happy where I am pretty mentally, and like there's still many improvement. Like I could make myself happier, and then like many things I could do to improve mentally. But, like overall, I'm like pretty happy with everything. There's not like one thing I would be like, yeah, I want to change currently. Like there's a few things I want to improve, but they're not like around exercising. Like there are a couple of things I wish I do better. Like I wish I was more reluctant to like give up. Like I wish I had that awesome mentality, which I do somewhat, and I am motivating myself a lot. And one of the things that like helped me get through was I was like had to give myself a pep talk, and I was like, yeah, you're not just motivated, you're not just driven, you are like, there's a difference between both of those. Like if you're motivated, you might get out and go do it. If you're driven, you go do it. But like to be both is different. To be both, you are not just me, but to like do what I'm doing, you're not just driven, you're not just motivated, you are like you are disciplined, and like it's not the only time that you've done something really hard like this and continue onward no matter what. So you are not just like oh, I'm just hardworking. No, you're also a driven person. But yeah, I just I'm really enjoying it. Because I'm like making myself feel better, of course, by like, okay, you can't give up here. You gotta continue on. Where it's like so many things that like has been really helping me out. So yeah, like I'm really liking working out, and I'm really glad that y'all are here to join my journey with me. Also, I want to thank like my friend. Like he was very supportive. Like yeah, no, I'm proud. Like not only Freddie, but like Jordan was very supportive about it. Like yeah, I can't wait for him to like Jordan and Jared to see me on 3, because like even with these few days of working out, I think I got some really good results. I'm really proud of the results I've been getting. So, and just proud that I even pushed myself to go do this. But yeah, like I can't speak enough how much I'm enjoying this. Like I'm kind of like, oh my god, I had the time, but like even then, I'm like, no, you gotta push yourself, man. You gotta push yourself to the limit. Anime is, by the way, a great thing. So, what is today's music inspiration? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, play, god dang it, man. What is today musical aspirations? First of all, as per usual, Kendrick Lamar. But to add a little twist, um, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. What's it called? A song I was singing in my head was "Can't the Future Just Wait?" And then there was "Oh Lord," and then yesterday I probably shouldn't have yesterday, but yesterday was like "Why Do I?" So I was singing the song with another artist. I was like, "Why do I stay up at 3 in the morning, closely screaming your name? Why do I?" And it's like I really like that song. Um, but like if I had to pick one today, it wouldn't be like I was too about working out, but like it was a song that I was like, cause I can't remember the song material I was too about working out, but one that like I was thinking about, and I was like, you know what, I don't really want to post about this. It was "Treat You Better" by Shawn Mendes, cause it was really funny. I really wish I could have got the story, the notes up, but it was hilarious because my friend had put it on while we was on a call, and I was like, oh my god, it was that, and was called Stitches, and I'm like, oh my god, lovely, lovely songs, all too replayable, definitely at that current moment. Especially Treat You Better. I was like, you put some good songs, my man, but God, you need to make them less relatable to me. But yeah, like I'm enjoying life somewhat right now. I'm not like at a point where I can be like, yeah, no, I'm completely happy. But like, I'm at a point where I'm like, yeah, I mean, because I think it's just my viewpoint have changed over time. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not completely happy. I'm not the best person I can be, but like I'm not terrible, and I'm not like sad or depressed, and that's all that I need. Yeah, it's gonna suck. Hardship sucks sometimes, but without it, what fun is life? It's just one of those things that you have to go through. Um, so yeah, been really enjoying it. Um, Great timing. Now that I've died, why don't we go ahead and end this video? There really isn't nothing interesting that I want to talk about besides like, hey, your mentality is heavily upon when you work out. Um, you really gotta push yourself. Like even if you don't think you're gonna do it, you just have to. And today I really learned that because I feel like once again, if I would have not quit, I definitely could have done it. And even now, I feel like I could maybe even run like a 4 mile run. I'm not sure about that, but like I know I could probably do a 3. I'm gonna work my way up to it because even the reason why I'm like not disappointing myself for not going that hard, I mean even harder, but I'm like, yeah, you know what, this is good enough, is because by all accounts, like I am going harder than what I should. First of all, yeah, recall the main reason why I didn't explain why I ran 2 miles. So that morning I couldn't run the 1 mile. So I was like, you know what, let me do both at the same, like, let me just run both miles at the same time, right? Because that would be roughly around the same point. Because I ran around, well, it'd be 3 as now I do the math. But at the time, I was like, okay, I ran like roughly around half a mile, so running another half a mile, and I was gonna run half a mile today. Wasn't. I did not think about that until afterwards. So it was like that's around 2 miles. So like, but like even today, that would be around the point where I run. But also, you gotta keep in mind, I'm not just running 2 miles. I'm running more than 2 miles. Like, keep in mind, let's ignore the fact that like once we get to the second lap, I'm not sure what distance we're at. Let's just look at it from a base thing, right? So right off the bat, both days I ran 2 miles, right? But then you add on to the fact that roughly from like the point where the mile ends to where I stop being my house area, right? That's a like 0.15 miles. or not 0.15. Yeah, no, it's like 0.15 on top of that. So not only did I run 2 miles, I ran 0.15. Now I did take a little bit of a break. Like I took like a breather, like and then press play. Normally I wouldn't do that. So maybe the time was like a little bit off. But it wasn't by much. And also when you consider that like I was running while coughing on it, like I'm really proud of it. And I understand why I quit. But like I really want to not do that tomorrow. Tomorrow I do have to wake up early though. Because if I don't, God will it be annoying. I'm gonna have to start waking up early to work out. But yeah, with that being said, actual goodbye. Yes, I know I shouldn't play the game during this point, but I was gonna play it in the video. And I just want to leave you with some words of motivation. First of all, if you want an accurate depiction of when, like, how it feels like when you push yourself to the limit of working out, just look at Mob. Just look at Midoriya. Just look at Asta. Like, ooh. Just look at Goku. Like, they are really accurate with their division. Like, oh my god, I absolutely hate it. That one clip of Vegeta being like, I was training so hard, but at a certain point, I just didn't care anymore. Like, that's a pretty accurate, like, especially because he's like martial arts. When I like practice, like punching the wood, I'm like, at a certain point, you're punching it, and you're like, man, I don't even care anymore that this hurts. But also, another word of wisdom: talent is not defined in any finite ways. There are people who are talentless, but that doesn't mean they don't have something they're good at. And everyone has something they're good at, and some people have more than one thing. But in my viewpoint, I feel like everyone else have some form of talent, whether it be good, whether it be bad, and up to them to use it. Like take for instance, I'm just gonna name some people who are really talented. I want to spread some real positivity. As a matter of fact, let me just spread some real positivity. Let me name some people who are like friends of mine and whatnot, who I yes like. I'm just so proud of how talented and everything they are. First of all, I don't think she watched these videos, so but I'm still gonna use a nickname, Spider. She is just so talented. Like even though, it didn't work out with her relationship wise, like I'm so happy to be potentially her friend. Cause she is just such a talented individual, and she's like, so she looks down on herself more than she should, and like I really wish that people would like just tell her how talented she is, especially the person who she with. But let me move past spiders. There's Jordan Briggs, talented martial artist, robotics, just there's extremely talented. Rigo Espinosa, talented procrastinator. He procrastinates, but he's so talented and pick up on things so fast. Like everyone in TSA, I'm so proud to be there. Of course, my brother really gets on my nerves. But like everyone there is talented in some regards. Granted, except me. If I was to say there's one thing I'm talented in, it's talentedly overthinking. I am a grade A overthinker. But jokes aside, like everyone in TSA is just so talented from like content creation, like Jordan and Jared or Jada's reviews, to just like athletic wise, like they're just so talented. And just to name some more people who like I have falling out with, or to name one person I have falling out with, like Banshee is just so like I can see that she has so much talent in her, had like potential that just not tapped yet. And like I don't know what, like I know what she said, but like I know that she's gonna do something great if she can just tap into it and start listening to people. Then like I can tell that she could do something great. Like I always try to look at people. You can tell. Like I'm pretty sure I put this on one of my live streams, But like, you can tell that I overall try to be a positive person, but I'm not like if I'm not positive to you, that means like there's something like I said this, there have never been a single person where I like absolutely did not like them for real, like literally did not like them or did not trust them where I would prove it wrong. Like even when some people were like, I don't know what it is about them, but I don't trust them. Down the line, I'm like, oh, okay, so I was right not to trust them. It's like never. I don't feel like there have been ones where like that sense hasn't been there and been right. Because like even with Banshee, like that sense was a little like was there, but like I was right, but she still had potential. But I always look at things like as positively as I can. So like I'm telling you right now, you know me. If you know someone that I like, absolutely despise, it's for a really good reason, or at least like you can like it's not like it's hard to make someone like it's hard for someone to get on my bad side enough for me to look past their benefits. Like, I absolutely hate Michael. Not the Mike from TSA. Just because you're watching this, not Michael. Not gonna say your name. P. But like, I absolutely hate Michael. But one thing I will say is he's a talented manipulator, and if he was to use his power in any other way, it would have been good. Like, I don't really care for politics, but like he could be a good politician, most likely, or yes, a really scummy business person. But God, does he suck? Yeah, I hate him. But like, just to spread some more positivity for my hatred for him ran deep. Um, but just to spread a little bit more positivity, I'm gonna name someone who I don't really talk about much, right? By that I mean I never talk about it at all. But they were my friend, right? Or are Ronnie. So he's a really good friend of mine, right? Don't really talk to him much, but he's a really good friend. And let me tell you, he is such a talented person. Like I didn't like we talked for a bit, like we only had like one class together ever. But like even then, like he's so smart and talented. And I'm like, God, I can't wait to see what he does. Like God, and I know many people I know, but like even people I don't know, like I just like looking at them and be like, you are so talented and has so much potential. And that's how I like looking at the world. I like looking at the world where it's like I am lesser than everyone else. I do not have the skills or anything like that to be like I'm better than you. The main thing that I got going for me though is that I'm willing to go like my views on life is the only thing I got going for me, and I'm happy that that is the case. Cause I look at people and I'm like, God would be so proud of you, or I look at someone and I'm like, you should be proud of yourself, or like I'm going through something and I'm like, this doesn't last forever, and I know it won't, and I know that it hurts right now, but you just gotta keep going. And there's like no like you like even if you hate it now, and even if I hate myself 10 years from now, eventually something gonna change. And when that change happens, you're gonna be so happy you don't give up. And like me enjoying suffering, like I'm so happy that I have my viewpoint. But yeah, I just want to end this video on a positive note. I probably made a video length positive note long enough to make a video, ironically. But yeah, let's actually end this recording, and either today, most likely tomorrow, though, I will make that video for shit to say. Because I'm kind of tired right now. But yeah, also because I might forget again. Not gonna lie. But yeah, with that being said, thank you all for watching the video, and I hope y'all enjoyed the 10 minutes of positivity. That I did at the very end when I said goodbye. But yeah, actually goodbye this time. See y'all next time. I really should probably add a end screen in the outro, but I'm not sure if I ever will. But yeah, bye. Press